DiCaprio or Jordan Belfort?
Jordan Belfort.
So what's the highest amount of money you've ever had in your bank account? Can we know that?
Cash?
Yeah. Liquid.
Liquid, probably like 75 million, 80 million.
What do you think about failure? Because, you know, there is something that I really love of American people, which is the think about failure. Americans think that failure is part of the process, you know, to go to, you know, to success. In Italy, for example, if you fail, that's it.
Not just Italy,
Game over.
all over the world. It's really, it's not just Italy. It's Australia. It's New Zealand. It's the Asia. It's South. I mean, failure. There's sort of like an onus, like a negative stench for people.
Why is that?
I think that it comes back. I think it goes back like really far back into history. Into the feudal times, and I think it's just the way the way Europe evolved and England evolved. There was like this class, and you had this aristocracy, and you had these poor people, and I think that everyone else was like sort of poor. You had this like, very defined rich class, and it really wasn't about like working your way up and trying to succeed and go above your station. It was about staying within your station. That was like sort of the mindset of the society, and I think that the United States was like an experiment. It was like people came in and started, and they had to make their own nobility, so to speak. And the way they chose it, their own noble class, was based on success. And it's simply a matter of fact that if you're going to try to strive for success, you're going to fail. You are. It's going to happen. It's going to, unless you get really lucky, you're going to fail. Okay? And it's those lessons from the failures that will help you succeed even at a higher level in the future, right? I'm a living testament to that. And there are many other people just like me, right? Many other people, right? Very few people never failed, right? But I think so. So I think it became the DNA from the start of the United States. It's built into the DNA of the country from its founding. It's very founding. People that came out and had to like all work to, there was nothing there. While the so-called democracies and the societies you have in Europe and elsewhere are older, and they sort of had this sort of like very different, stay within your station.
Mm-hmm. What about Black Monday, if you come back at that time? Was a part of success or was a fucking problem?
Well, at the time, it was a disaster for me. But again, it turned out to be the best thing that ever happened to me because it forced me to go out there and, eventually I had to go to a small firm and I learned a lot of things, some good, some bad. But the point is it forced me to pivot, and I ended up making the best of it and starting this firm, that became a massive company. But that's not that sort of failure. That's like not real. I wouldn't really consider that failure. That's like a circumstance that happened to you that you couldn't control. But I think, it's really when you start a business, right? You're going to have a plan. Might be a good plan, might be a shit plan. But even the best plans usually don't work. You have to pivot and try again, and you have to change directions until you finally find the path to success. And I think that, in many countries is like sort of, if you fail, you get this just like this big F letter on you and so it stops people from wanting to go out and reach for success. I think it's disastrous. And I think in the United States, like again, when you fail from your own mistakes, as long as you get honest with yourself, say, what did I do wrong? And you learn from it and grow. It's an amazing thing.
Yeah. Okay, Jordan, I have the last couple of questions, then I don't bother you anymore.
No, it's fine. You're not bothering me.
So, if you could sit down with your 20-year-old self, all right? So, what's one piece of advice you'd give to him?
I would say that to delay my gratification, that good things take time, that not to rush to try to make money really fast, but to have more patience to build something that, where I was delivering massive value and not just trying to make as much as I could as quick as I could. And I think that's the main mistake that I made, because when you have that mindset, I want to make as much as I can, as fast as I can, it leads you to do things that are going to ultimately undermine your own success. So the question that you ask yourself each day is like, how do I make more money? Like, that's not a great question. The better question is, how do I deliver more value to people?
And be patient.
And by default, I'll make more money. So it's a shift in perspective. That's what I would do, is shift my perspective. Tell don't focus on making money, focus on delivering value.
Don't think about money at all?
No, money is the byproduct of a well-run business that delivers massive value to a lot of people.
Sure. Yeah. So what's the highest amount of money you've ever had in your bank account? Can we know that?
Cash?
Yeah. Liquid.
Liquid, probably like 75 million, 80 million.
75.
That's not bad. And what's the highest amount of money you've ever made in a single day? Do you know?
In cash or on paper?
Whatever.
In cash, 17 million. On paper, probably 150 million.
One day.
In paper, like I had stock worth at. Yeah.
Wow. Which is crazy. Okay, so...
And also, it's a long time ago when it was worth, it's like double that today, you know?
Yeah, beautiful. So at the end of our interviews, we also do like a game. It's like would you rather, right? So one or another one, okay? Between two words, okay? Very easily, yeah? So let's start. Joe Rogan or Jake Paul? You have to choose between. Which one you like more, you know?
Joe Rogan.
Miami or New York?
Miami.
Digital products or physical products?
Digital products.
Why?
Nothing to deliver.
High margin, right? Sex or money?
Tide.
No, you have to choose.
Yeah.
That's one. The only.
Everybody give an answer.
Sex or money?
Sex.
Sex or drugs?
Sex.
DiCaprio or Jordan Belfort?
Jordan Belfort.
Good. Elon Musk or Donald Trump?
Elon Musk.
Okay. Jordan Belfort during the, that period or the new one?
The new one.
Italy or Switzerland?
Italy.
Last one, stock market or real estate?
Stop.
We don't talk about real estate, maybe the next time, okay? I don't want. All right, Jordan, thank you so much for this interview. It was really, it was a pleasure for me to be here. It was great. Thank you again.
You got it.
Hope everything's good. Com'è andata? Ragazzi, grazie mille per questa puntata e noi come sempre ci vediamo alla prossima.